Well, let me say good evening to everybody, and I wanted to give an update on what has been going on in the Galamsey fight since January this year. I just first want to say that I've heard quite a number of people say, you are MPP, you are NDC, you are this, you are that, you don't want the sector minister well, you hate him, you hate our party, you hate our president, you hate our this, you hate our that. My simple answer to those who read political meanings into an environmental issue that seeks to bring all of us down is this: travel across the country. One day, just pick up your vehicle, travel across the country. Make a list for yourself. All the rivers and streams that when you open your Ghana map, you see labeled in there. The ones that you previously in a classroom as a small boy, you read about it, you answered questions on it. The river Densu, the river Ankobra, the river Pra, the Bremu, the Bonsa, the Tano, the river Bia. Go and have a look at how all these rivers, great rivers that are as old as anything, more than anybody who exists right now. And look at how we, as knowledgeable and civilized as we are, look at what we've done to them and what we continue to do to them. Look at the Pra River. Go to the Chifu-Praso bridge, that beautiful bridge that has been constructed there. Stand on it and look at how criminals are using champagne machines to sit on that vast water resource and polluting it with impunity, as if there are no laws in our country. How does that make you feel? Do you see any political coloration to the Pra River? Does the water look NDC to you? Does the Ankobra look NPP to you? Does the Brim look CPP to you? Many times, we tend to add political color to every environmental problem that is killing us, just to make nonsense of the effects of it, the impact of it. How do we feel as Ghanaians knowing that we, our brothers and sisters, sit on major rivers and they are poisoning it? How do we feel as Ghanaians when your own water company now doubles the treatment rations that they do? The polymers. Look at how many of the polymers they are buying just to settle particles. The other day I asked the water company, after going through all that treatment process, are you able to lift heavy poisonous metals found in the river? He said no. It means that as we speak, it's possible that water that is being pumped to your home could be contaminated. There are people who depend on it as drinking water. That's how bad it is. Go to Samra Boy as we speak. The Chinese nationals who are lined along the Tano River, and look at how they have pitched their washing bay at the edge of the Tano River, washing directly residue that should be contained as tailings and treated before it's discharged into the environment. They are washing it directly into the Tano River. In their country, if you were to be doing that, then you'll be killed. But they are able to do that. With the help of who? We, Ghanaians. And look at how they are polluting that water source. How many? You can count. When we flew the drone, you could see, even as we speak, they are lining from the bridge in Samraboy all to the airstrip and along the tunnel to Hiampenica, that tunnel, all the villages there. They are washing directly into the Tunnel River. And we have allowed them. As if there are no laws. But we have laws which criminalizes mining close to water bodies, mining on water bodies, even up to 5 years imprisonment. Now people are mining in settlements. Now we're getting it to the homes. It makes me feel so sad when you go to the Akrokeri township and you see how chiefs, DCs, policemen in the town have allowed citizens to mine in homes, excavating homes and settlements. Go to Wasajapa. Recently, when the minister sent us on a fact-finding trip, the people were able to tell us in the face of soldiers, that yes, we do not have any licenses. What we are doing here is Galamsey, but we are doing it anyway. The main Ayamfree Road, within the Wasajapa town itself, huge excavations are going on. Contrary to our own laws, which bans mining in settlements and mining 100 meters away from major roads. Go to Kolongo Odumase. It was a sad day just some months ago when a pregnant woman who is attending nature's call in her own house, the entire toilet facility came down in a Galamsey pit. It's not like he felt sick and he died and she died. No. She went down in a Galamsey pit and died. Her remains was cooped with the arm of an excavator. I was there. After that, another pit collapsed in the same town. Another one died. 2 people have died because somebody decides to mine in homes, dig beneath homes, and the entire town is sinking and nobody cares. And that criminality still goes on. Now take your time. Move from Konongo and travel along the main road, the main Kumasi-Accra road. Get to Osino. And look at the nonsense that is going on in that town. Huge excavation, mining, deep mining within the town itself, Osino. Close to the main Kumasi-Accra road. Who will stop it? Nobody. It's not like people have not seen it. Chiefs are there, they've seen it. Police are there, they've seen it. Government officials travel that road, they've seen it. We have gone to use drones, we've taken footages of it, we've aired it on Joy News. People have seen it. Why is it still going on? Though it breaches our own laws, we allow it to go on anyway. Now our forest under siege currently, and I'm happy I'll come to that. Forest under siege currently, Boyne River, Boyne Tunnel, Tunnel Nimri, Achemampunwa, the Offin Shelter Belt. People are mining in this forest reserve. See, what worries me is that framers of our laws were so wise to say that we have made laws, and that if you want to mine in a reserve, that opportunity is not given to small-scale miners. It's given to large-scale miners. and it spells out the rigorous process you need to go through. Sometimes it takes a very long time before you can get a digging permit to start mining in a forest reserve. Look at the laws. You have to get an EPA, you have to get your Water Resources Commission, or whatever. You have to get a number of permits. There have to be inspections. They have to count the trees. They have to show you where you can mine and where you cannot mine. Very rigorous, laborious process. Why would they do that? Because they see the importance of a reserve. That is where you cannot find rare tree species that you cannot find anywhere. You find them there. Spices and other things, animals. And so they protect it. That is where many of the rivers take their source. So take Apamprama Forest Reserve, which has now been degraded. Half of it is gone. The river Apamprama, which is named after, the forest is named after, takes its source from the forest. Then it flows into other water sources, the Oda, the Subri, and then they also go into other water sources. So many of the rivers we see take their source from the forest reserves. That's why it's protected. What are we seeing? Go and have a look at how the Oda River looks like in the Apamprama Forest Reserve. Go and have a look at how the river Apamprama itself looks like. Have a look at the Subri River, which takes its source from the Apamprama Forest Reserve. Similarly, take a look at the Tano River, which takes its source from the Tano Nimri, Boy River, and others. Forest reserves. So highly polluted, poisoned to the extent that the EPA itself, after conducting tests in fishes that were taken from the Tano River in 2022, came to the conclusion the amount of mercury and other heavy metals found in the skeleton and the head of the fish. You cannot consume fish from the Tano. Look at the Ankobra. Look at how many licenses have been given, and those who are mining along it. Just about a month ago, I spent about 2 hours on the Ankobra from the estuary. They said it's green, and I wanted to show where the green ends and why it is green. From the estuary all the way. And when you reach Ishim, you look at the number of mining concessions, mining operations going along the Ankobra, some of them with their pumps inside the river. At Pristia Heman, people have been so bold enough to bank the river, divide it into two, bank it so it doesn't flow, and they are mining, using excavators to mine within the other half. It's been how many days since we aired that story? Since we notified the sector minister? What has been done? Go to Awudia. The entire Ankobra River has been banked. It's been redirected. You cannot even identify it. And they are mining directly in it with a number, hundreds of pumps in that river. It's been how many days since we notified the authorities? What has been done? Is it because the government has an ultimate plan, a plan that we've not seen before, and it's taking time to put it together? Or is it because the government is feet dragging because, of course, there is pressure from party people who are the ones who are mining, and we treasure the views and opinions of party people more than what we need to save ourselves from this predicament, an existential threat. Now the pra, if you look at how it looks like, at Dabwase where they are treating it and serving it to people, look at the color. Almost looking like mud. Now the Ghana Water Company recently said it was registering 12,000 nephelometric units. That's how polluted it is. 12,000. The WHO standard is 5. Subtract 5 from 12,000. That's how bad the water is. And they are treating it for all of us. To the extent that even our food crops are being affected. The yam that we export, haven't we found traces of heavy metals in them? Our cocoa beans, haven't some of them been rejected because they have traces of heavy metals? Now all the farmers farming along these major rivers are now out of jobs, many of them, because they have to carry water from home to the riverside where their farms are, because they cannot use the river to water their crops. How can you live in a country like that? So if the politicians will not act, and we, the citizens, who bear the brunt, women and children, who are suffering in the hinterlands. If you go to some communities and you look at the kind of water that they are drinking, some of them, they use aluminum sulfate to try to clear it and use it without knowing the consequences. Without knowing the consequences. You saw videos of some of the women standing behind containers of polluted water, using aluminum sulfate to clear it. And what do they say? They say, we use the cleared water to produce acheke on a large scale to sell. Are you saying this doesn't bother you? It doesn't worry you? So when we put up posts of illegal mining, and then all that you think about is some politician who will give you 200 cedis and 300 cedis. All that you think about is not a problem that is going to kill you one day. But you are worried about a politician who is finding a job for his family. Where is your love for this country? Where is your love for the space that supports you and your life and your families and generations unborn? In the past administration, we talked about it. We were unrelenting. When this administration started, yes, there have been some effort, but there's also some feet dragging. The rigorous nature, the promises that I've heard the president make, the boldness with which he spoke, I'm still trying to see, where is that vigor? Where is that vim? Where is it? Are we having cold feet? Or we should expect something major in announcement that is yet to come? And whilst we wait, remember, the people who are destroying the forest are not relenting. They are continuing. By the time we take that bold decision, quite a chunk of our forest will be gone. As we speak, there are people who are polluting and destroying environments, livelihoods, lives, and affecting lives in a bigger way. We could wait all the time we want and look on as they destroy it all. We could take a chance, and each one of us refrain from using political taglines and love our country small and add our voice and say enough is enough. It's not like we can't do the right thing. The right thing can be done. You can mine responsibly. All you have to do is follow the law. If you want to mine in a forest reserve, they say what? Go and get your license. Follow the queue. Take all your boxes. Mine responsibly. And who cares? You take your gold, the nation will get its taxes, money will be set aside for reclamation. Everybody's happy. The rivers will be free. Because if you mine responsibly, we will respect buffer zone policies. We will not be mining on water bodies. We will not be mining close to water bodies. We will dig our own tailings dams. And we'll make sure that the water that is being let out is safe for the environment. So, Mr. President, please, and the Sector Minister, AKUFFO, I don't hate you. You are the first to call me and say, join my team. Let's do this together. But I'm yet to see that vim, that vigor, that temerity that you promised. It's not late. All Ghanaians want is to have their waters clean, the environment safe, so they can go about their normal duties safely. All they want is that their forests are protected, and even if we will mine responsibly to save a larger part of it. And as you post under this, before you add your political twist to any of this, remember, the politicians are human beings, just like you. This resource is not for anybody, but the environment and the space we live in is for us all. If you defend Galamsey on political lines, and you make all of us look stupid, definitely the earth is round. The impact, repercussions will hit you one day. When it does, you remember your political taglines. Good evening, Ghana 4.